Hi, I'm Jenny Hensley, co-owner and effectiveness coach with Dynamics. Our goal is to help you reclaim your time so you can reclaim your life and absolutely love your job again. One of the best ways to do that is to stop bad meetings, and that is our goal. And one of the best ways to stop bad meetings is to use processes in your agendas. Now, we talk about that in detail in several videos of our past videos. There are some about agendas, there are some about meeting planning, so check those out either on Facebook or on our YouTube channel, the Instructional Leadership channel. But with these short videos, we're trying in 5 minutes or less to share with you these processes that you can implement immediately in your meetings. So today, we're going to share with you a 2-minute talk. A 2-minute talk is a more structured process, and when we're talking about the different processes for meetings, you want to really think through what process you're going to use. You don't want to use the same one all the time, and it really depends on what the topic is, what you want to accomplish, and your group. So this is a more structured process, meaning we're going to be using a timer. We're going to have just pairs of people talking to one another. In contrast, sometimes we have a think, pair, share, where we just generally have people think and then they talk back and forth and there's not a time limit. So this process I would use if you have topics that are maybe more controversial, may have conflict, may have a ton of information that the group needs to digest, or if knowing your group you have somebody or a couple people who are dominators, or people who tend to take over and hijack the meetings. So in this process, the 2-minute talk, you begin by asking the group a question, or you can give them a reading or watch a video, whatever you want them to take a look at. Could be a document you want them to give feedback on. So here we're using the example of how we can improve drop-off and pickup procedures. And you see that we have a focusing question. What do you want from the group? Be very clear about that. And then we give them some parameters, some things to consider. So the first thing is take a few minutes individually, very important to allow people individual think time first, and to write down some notes. So they take down, they think about the question, think about the aspects, and then write down their notes. Next, they've written these on a note card. Next, they're going to meet with a partner. And typically we ask people to meet with a partner that's not at their table because people tend to sit with the same people all the time and you want everybody to get different perspectives. So then we set a timer. Person A has 2 minutes to share their thinking, what they wrote down, their notes, their thinking related to the topic. Person B just actively listens and takes notes. So only one person is talking at the time, and it feels really weird when you first try this one because you're used to having that interaction back and forth, and each person gets 2 solid minutes to talk. Now, you don't think 2 minutes is a long time until you have to talk for 2 minutes. Then, and if you get done early, then you sit in silence. And what you find happening is people sit in silence for a couple seconds, and then they start talking again. So you even get deeper information. So person A has 2 minutes to share their information, while person B actively listens and taking notes as needed. When signaled, person B will then summarize what they heard from person A. So that's when you have maybe some back and forth. So this is what I heard, and you share your notes, share what you heard. Then you flip and switch roles. Now person B has 2 minutes to share. Person A actively listens and takes notes. And then at the end, person A will summarize for person B. Okay, so in all these pairs, every single person in the room has had the exact same opportunity to share their information, and it's on these note cards. So the next thing you can do is you can do a couple of different things. You can either switch pairs so people can have another viewpoint, or you can have them return to their seats, and then you can share out as a group and chart your information. You can also collect all of the cards. And if you're going to collect the cards, we always let people know that at the beginning, because if I know that you're going to collect my cards and that's going to speak for me as feedback, I'm going to write it differently. So then you have the feedback gathered, and every single person has had an equal voice in the room. And again, this is a PowerPoint from our membership site where we have over 100 of these processes. We have it in PowerPoint and PDF, but this on each one, it kind of goes over what I just told you and gives you the benefits of this process. So 2-minute talk. If you're coming up with something, a topic that you're going to need people to share, and you want to make sure that everybody gets equal participation, or you're having trouble with a dominator in your group, which is the #1 problem people tell us about in meetings, then this is the process for you. As always, please like and share. It really, really helps us if you do that. Also, forward this video to the people who plan your meetings, or also to your team members who you also know may be planning other meetings, and this may help them. Have a fantastic day. Thanks.